Raider Nation, calm down. Davante Adams said, I am a Raider. He's not going nowhere. Let's talk about it. Raider Nation, what's going on? Welcome to the Spicy Shield Talk. I'm your boy Chris with Protect the Shield podcast. I'm with my lovely host, Spicy Raider Girl in the building, man. Appreciate you guys coming through to the Spicy Shield Talk. Make sure you guys subscribe to both channels. You know, if you guys are watching at my channel, make sure you go to hers. Hit the thumb button, as she says, light the torch. But thank you guys for joining us today. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat already. But Spicy, how you feeling today?
What's good? What's good? What's good, Chris? What's good, everyone on the chat? You know, I'm feeling pretty good. Well, we're down to literally 1 month, and I believe, until the first preseason game. So it's almost time to get this going.
It's time.
It's been a long summer. Ready for some football.
A long summer. So we only have, so I think the rookies actually report on the 20th. So for everybody, so this will be, the next time you talk to me and Spicy, we're going to actually have some real news to talk about. You know, we're not going to be scraping at the bottom of the pot trying to entertain you people. But no, we love it, though. But, yeah, so the rookies report on the 20th. So that's when the rookies and the quarterbacks will report. And then they'll have the 3-day pre-camp warm-up. And then the veterans will report on, what's that, Tuesday, I believe? Yeah, next Tuesday.
Tuesday? Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then they'll have their practice. They'll do their thing. Their first padded practice will be on the 26th. They have a couple days off, and you know it'll be on their way. So I know I'm looking forward to that because then we'll have some real football talk. We're not going to be talking about all these rumors,
hypotheticals,
and
rumors.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Yeah, we've beaten the hypothetical and rumors to a bloody pulp here, haven't we?
Man, we've been reaching. Well, not necessarily us, but everybody though. So.
Right.
That's kind of how it is. So now I know you. Now you're not going to any of the training camps or anything like that in Costa Mesa, right?
No, I'm not going to any of the coast. I'm just going to the open practice at Allegiant.
Okay, you are going to that. Now, how many days is it? Is it like 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's 2 days. August 14th and August 20th.
Oh, okay, that'll be sweet.
I'll be out there for the second one. So if you're out there, holla. Probably try to do a live from the stadium, so come through. Yeah,
that'll be fire. You know what? Did they ever release that video, the commercial you was in?
The commercial? I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
haven't heard anything. Maybe they're waiting till a little bit closer to kickoff.
Yeah, that makes sense. But everybody, I want to shout out everybody that's
soon, real quick. Season tickets are coming this week. Mine's set to arrive on Thursday, so the box is coming on Thursday. So maybe shortly after. So it's like that time of year we get excited for these little things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Salute to everybody in the chat though. I just want to make sure I give you guys some love real quick, man. My boy Robert Pena in the building, man. Shout out to you. He said, shout out to Spicy.
Hey.
Mother Moon. I don't think Mother Moon's even in there. Oh, she's in the chat. Shout out to Mother Moon. What's going on, Mother Moon? How are you? Got my boy, the Severe Raider. He says, salute to the chat and panel. Very interesting interview with Shannon Sharp and Davante Adams for sure. You know we're going to talk about that. There was some good nuggets in there. Again, Mother Moon, what's going on? Got my boy Turf in the building. How you doing, my friend? Omar, what's up, my boy Omar, man?
What's good, brother?
How are you doing? Got Raider Ryan in the building. What's going on, my friend? UEP in the building. What's going on? Michael Smith. Omar said he's so ready for some football. Yes, Omar, we are ready.
We know Omar is. He probably got the count. He probably got the days down.
Oh, you know he has it down because we're going 17-0 according to Omar. So
that's right.
All love. Shout out to Scotty Waddy in the building, the host.
What's good, Scotty?
The show that the Monday Madness show with Spicy, a great show. Make sure you guys check that out. Got my boy Prez in the building. What's going on?
What's going on?
Mother Moon said tickets arrive with a commercial on the side. I'm here for it. Bars. Let's see. Not in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. So, yeah. So a lot of people were talking about the whole Davante Adams stuff. You know, I know.
Still.
I literally
how many times have I said on this show?
We're done. Yeah, we always tell each other we're done talking about it. Cause I remember talking about this rumor during the season, last season. I'm like, come on, he's not going anywhere. But
I've been trying to tell y'all for that via his agent. I've been trying to tell y'all for months now. I think I've said it on the show plenty of times. So I don't know. Listen. I already know he's not going anywhere. So I don't even feed into any of it. But listen, I know it's good chatter.
Yeah, I mean, get good chatter, I guess. I mean, me personally, I get tired of talking about it, but it's like that gift that keeps on giving. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, and again, I know probably the biggest thing, you know, we can talk about the, you know, what the agent said, you know, coming straight from the agent. He basically said this is baseless, unfounded speculation, and Davante is expected to be with the Raiders as there has been absolutely no trade talk, period. And again, he said it plenty of times.
Yeah.
The agents have said it. Antonio Pierce has made it clear he wants him there. I don't know why we continue. And I don't think it's Raider fans. It's just the national media just trying to do what they do. You know, they were watching that Receivers show on Netflix, and they act like all this stuff happened this week. Like, they don't realize that this show literally was based off of last
7 months
season.
ago.
Right. And now it's just like, oh, Davante's pissed off. Like, come on, man. It's sad, but it is what it is. So, you know, hopefully you guys can, you know, relax. It's all good. I think we're all good. But do you have anything else to say about it? Because I know we kind of talked.
Not really. I mean, I can go. Let's go pull the tape. I forget which show I said it on that I had communications with his agent because I know them that said that exact same thing. So I'm not sweating. I don't have any more to say. I said this months ago before it got tweeted out. So
yeah.
I mean. Listen, Aaron Rodgers is going to say, happy to have you back. Davante's upset, and I'd love to go into that further. And that was 7 months ago. I think we can all agree he's happy now. But, yeah, just stop.
Yeah.
Listen, let's just support him. Let's make sure he has a good season. Get that man the ball. Let's get him 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns and just be happy he's on our team. How's that?
That's a fact. Shout out to my boy Raider Primos in the building. But he had a good comment. He said, hey, I'm tired of these Davante rumors. Now, I will say this. I won't be upset if he does get traded and this is a big if the Raiders start off bad. Now, that is a good point, and I think that is, you know, a point that, you know, we have to take a look at. Because I think if we do, you know, start off bad and it's clear that we're just not even going to be competitive, then if he wants to go somewhere,
listen,
so be it.
Okay, that can be a storyline 7 weeks in. I don't even think this should be a thought process right now. It's nothing to talk about now.
Exactly.
You know, we get to hate on him for trying to chase a ring. I wouldn't. But I don't think this is a topic of discussion or what we need to worry about week after week. If the Raiders lose, they're going to lose. Listen, they're going to lose several games, really. Probably a few right in the first, you know, couple months. So I just think this is it. Hey, if he chases a ring, good luck to him. But I don't think that's where the focus should be. The focus should be he's a Raider. Let's support him, and that's it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm. You know, it's just people see what they want to see. They decipher what they want to decipher. So you know, it is what it is. So, you know, there's been a lot of talk about the interview that he did with Shannon Sharp. And I'm a big fan of Shannon's show. He asks some good questions and he gets these guys to kind of talk freely. And one thing I like about Davante, he's like an alpha man that, you know, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He's going to say what he's feeling, and that's one thing I like about him. And that's why when he says things, I listen. You know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, he's not the guy that's trying to blow smoke or anything. Like, if he says it, he means it. He keeps it real.
Well, he's very matter of fact, but he does it in a very classy, tactful way.
Exactly. That's actually the perfect way to put it, because he it's not like you can tell that he may be throwing a little shade at someone, but he's not doing it directly, and he's not being disrespectful on it, because he was talking about, you know, Jimmy a few times in that, you know, in the Netflix series. But the way he worded it, he didn't just flat out say Jimmy's trash, but he
Right.
just said, you know,
Well, that's just
things
it,
that
right?
happen.
Because I don't even see it as shade. He keeps
Yeah.
it real. Shade
Yeah.
is more like some snarky comment, like double entendre, tongue in cheek
Yeah.
type of thing. Like he just keeps it real. I don't even see it as shade. He says it in a very meaningful way. He says it as a matter of fact, but he says it in a very tasteful way.
Yeah.
I don't actually really see that as shade.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah, I won't say shade, but it's like his way of like he can he can say something that's negative but not really like attack someone, just the way he says it. So I respect that about him. But there's a couple clips that kind of caught my attention, one specifically where he was kind of talking about like what his thought process was after Derek Carr left, because he kind of talked about, Derek Carr is not the only reason he ended up there, but it's a big reason.
Played a
of
part in
course.
it, sure.
Exactly. So I want to hear what your thoughts are as far as the this comment, and especially in the chat, what you guys think.
Coming to the Raiders and then to see all of a sudden after a year, it's gone.
Well, I mean, he played a huge part in that, man. I mean, I grew up a Raiders fan, being from the Bay, and my whole family being Raiders fans. So in a sense, it was kind of written, but at the same time, I don't know if I would have made the move had it not been him, under center when I got there. And then I talked about, obviously, when they got rid of him, I was not happy about that at all. But just based off the business and knowing how, at that point I was going into year 10, once they got rid of him. So I'm thinking about it and I'm like, man, this ain't the first, and it definitely ain't gonna be the last person that, means a lot to me and my career that I'm not gonna be able to be around. So you gotta roll with the punches and figure it out. And I'm not really in the business of jumping around trying to skate around the states trying to find a home. So I'm just we got a great team and great potential to be a great team. So really for me it was easy to say I'm gonna stick here and try to figure this out with these guys, and going to work with guys like Max Crosby and having these type of dudes that it was a different level of competition when I came to the Raiders. The Packers, we won all these games and 13 games, three times in a row under Matt LaFleur, but it was just a different type of feeling when I walked into that Raiders and went into that first OTA practice. It was a different level of competition that I never really felt in the league yet. And it made me feel a way about this team, and I kind of was locked in from that point.
Right. Had you known, and it's easy to say now, say hell no.
So just listening to that, and I think Raider fans really need to kind of understand what he's saying there. But Spice, like when you hear him say that, what kind of pops out to you? What crosses your mind?
Yeah, by the way, shout out to that set. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll quote Mother Moon here. I think he did a little professional shade there. I mean, look at what I heard him say was, I want to be a Raider. Derek Carr did influence my decision to come to the Raiders. We had potential. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now, this is where the shade comes in, I think. Right? Because if you kind of know, he's really saying, listen, I wish Derek Carr would have stayed. I wish we could have succeeded, but the coaching sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I put a lot of words in his mouth right there. I understand that. But that is kind of the vibe, right? He would have hoped to come and succeed with that talented team that he signed up with. And unfortunately, it didn't play out that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing I get from it is, I mean, he's still kind of talking about how he likes being here. Like, it's not, like he won in Green Bay. They won a lot of games. They were very powerful. There was 4 to 5 years, they were arguably one of the best teams in the entire NFL. They should have won a Super Bowl. But for him to say that there was the best level of competition that he's had since being in the NFL was when he was with the Raiders. So that lets me know, even though I'm not the biggest John Gruden 2.0 fan,
right?
But that still says a lot about what they were trying to build, to the fact where Davante can come into our situation and he can see these guys competing. And honestly, that's what Gruden and Mayock always talked about. They want to always compete. They want to have guys that love ball, and it sounded like they had that. It's just whatever happened to Gruden happened, and then
Right.
the meltdown with McDaniels. So it's tough, but hearing Davante talk like that gets me excited, because I think Primo said it earlier. like they need to watch the behind the shield that's on the Raiders channel. Like Davante's mood, like he's in. He's bought into it. He just wants to start winning. He wants the hard work to pay off. He loves being around guys like Max. He's saying that kind of indirectly. When you're around people like that, you want to make it work. It's going to feel so much better if they win, So that's kind of what I got from it. Chat, what do you guys think? Let us know in the chat how you guys feel about, the stuff that Davante's saying.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, he said he wants to be a Raider. To Primo's comment right there, he's totally bought into the Antonio Pierce coaching strategy vibe, however you want to put it. He spoke about, being with a great player like Mad Max. He just wants to win like everybody. And, I just want to segue a little bit because, and I think Scotty White and I are going to go into a little bit of this in an episode just about wanting to win, right? Everybody wants to win. The problem is some people are okay with losing. And I think that's a big problem in our culture here, being a Raiders fan. It's like you hear this narrative, win, lose, or tie, Raiders till I die. Well, it's like, no shit. That's like goes without saying. Like, do we really have to say that? Okay? Like, we shouldn't be exiting a stadium saying that. Like, no shit. Okay? We should be as mad as Davante Adams was mad on the receiver about the situation that was happening last year. Just in the entire within the entire organization, with him, with what was happening with him personally, and them not really being able to realize how to coach him, to call plays for him, that sort of thing. That's the kind of passion, and that's the kind of fans I think we need to be. We need to be upset. Listen, at the end of the day, we move on. Monday comes along and we move on with our lives. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get that. But that doesn't mean we can just be okay with losing all the time. And I'm still wearing my Raider hat. No shit. Like.
Talk, spicy, talk.
Dude, I want the Davante Adams passion, okay? Losing is not okay. Can we just agree on that?
But you know what? I'm about to ruffle some feathers, though. A lot of people like turning their back on Josh Jacobs. Wait,
hold on, real quick. Martinez 209. How am I missing the point? That goes without saying. That the point's not missed on me. I get that. The point is to be okay with losing.
Yeah,
like that's part, not, it's fine. We're gonna go 17-0 next year, and we still got my Raider hat on. No, listen, wear your Raider hat and hope we go 17-0. Cool, but it's not okay to have a losing season year after year after year. We should be as upset as Davante Adams.
That's true, and again, that's kind of like what again, I go to Josh Jacobs. A lot of people are giving him trash or something else, but Josh Jacobs.
Listen, hold on. Let me just finish this. I'm not talking about something we can't control. We can control how we feel about a loss. Yeah, we can control that. We should be pissed. Yeah. Nobody should be skipping out of there happy about win, lose, or tie, Raiders till we die because we just lost a game. We can't control that. We should be upset, and we should expect better from our team. The standard should be raised. Commitment to excellence. Did we forget about that? Yeah, let's make this team accountable to that.
And honestly, that's why I used to get pissed after the games. Like it used to bother me after we get our butt kicked in the game. The players are all laughing and joking and taking pictures with the other team. That bothers me so much.
Well, Stu said it best, right?
Yeah.
Former Raider, alumni. He said it best. He can't stand when he sees the Raiders lose and they're doing these jersey swaps and stuff. Swaps. He was like, I would never do that, he said.
Yeah. Like we can talk when the season's over, but I don't know. That's always bothered me. But
and by the way, I didn't say attack other fans either, so I don't know.
But what I was saying about Jacobs, though, a lot of people were, just giving him a hard time. But one thing that Jacobs did say that I feel him 1,000%, he said, hey, I came from Alabama. I came from winning. I came from a winning organization. I'm used to winning. When I got to the Raiders, I remember when we lost some of our first games, guys weren't even upset. They're just like, hey, man, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And he's like, what? You guys are okay with losing? And when he said that, I understood it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, he just wants to leave the Raiders and just go chase victories and all. I'm like, no, everyone talks about how hard Josh Jacobs worked, how much he was a heartbeat of the team. But I understood when he said that, like, I would be pissed if my teammate is not upset that we just lost. Like, oh, well, you win some, you lose. No. Like, you think Mahomes is like that? You win some, you lose. You see Kelsey? You see when we beat up on Kelsey, how he pushed his coach. He damn near pushed Andy Reid because he was pissed off that they lost.
I'm not suggesting that, but
especially don't do that to AP. AP might give you them hands. AP might give you them hands, but still, it's just that point of like you want people pissed off, man. All that smiling and giggling and all that stuff. I don't know, man. It just pisses me off. It really does.
No, and to your point too, yeah, Josh Jacobs, what he say? One of the things it's like one day we love this guy and the next minute because he doesn't feel like he's being respected, he doesn't feel like there's loyalty there, he doesn't feel like he's getting paid, and he's tired of losing, he wants to look for something else, then all of a sudden we hate the guy. It's like, listen, I'm not going to follow his career or anything. He's on another team now and I don't really care what he does. Good luck to him, whatever. But I can't be mad at somebody who wants loyalty and who wants to win.
Yeah. No, and and that's it. And I think even with the like kind of what I saw what Omar said. So he was like, where'd Omar? So Omar asked a question. So what are fans supposed to do after a loss? And I think it's not even like a fan standpoint. It's just a mentality of like, hey, we'll go get them next time. Like no, like we want people that are fired up. Like we want what that Davante Adams, like being pissed off, and I don't condone it, but hey, if there's a cameraman in your way when you're running to the tunnel, hey, so be it. Push that fool. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, let me chill. But still, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like, because if you remember that game, that was a game that we were probably going to win if Renfro and him didn't collide, because Davante would have been wide open. Like he's pissed off. Yeah. Like we haven't had a player like that. Remember Amari Cooper? He showed no emotion ever. Like we got a dog right now. Even Waller. Everyone knows I loved Waller, but he ain't have a dog mentality. It's like we need to embrace that, man. And as a fan base, I don't know.
It's just like it's become, somebody said here, like commitment to mediocrity. It's exactly it, right? And it's like as Raiders fans, there's been so many losing seasons over the past 20 years, especially, that we're just like immune to it. Oh, well, we'll just see you next week. No, we should be mad as hell. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, Primo said, boo they asses off the field. That's what Oakland did. I mean.
Tough love.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, anyone that has a true, competitive bone in their body, like they understand being booed because they know. Because and I should have took this clip off it when Davante was saying, he was like, I don't even care what other people think about me because their expectations of me are nowhere even close to what my expectations of myself are. Not even close. So he said, I don't even care what they think because my expectations are so high up. You guys couldn't even relate to it, and I felt that.
You can't be as disappointed in me as I am in myself. I like that.
Yeah, that was so fire. Another little thing that I got from him was, everyone wants to talk about, him reuniting with Rodgers. And I think he kept it real.
So what about these internet about you reuniting with Aaron? Is that something you would be open to, amenable to if this had happened this offseason? If the Jets offered a package big enough to satisfy the Raiders' need and you be reunited with Aaron, would that have been something you'd have been open to?
Well, I'll answer it like this. If I'm going to be reunited with anybody, it would be Aaron.
Okay.
But or be, relocated and be anywhere, it would be with Aaron. But that's not really my... there's a lot of that stuff going on last year in the media and them asking, well, what are you going to do about this? Are you thinking about going here? And they talk about whatever without me even being involved in it. And it ended up getting all the way to the point where it got in the locker room and people was thinking that it was, I was the driving force. And I'm like, y'all just don't understand, man. Like, when I hate to say it like this because it makes me sound like I'm trying to put myself on a pedestal, but when you're a certain level of player, you don't have to come from you, and it oftentimes is not coming from you. And I'm not the type of person that I enjoy going and putting that type of stuff out there when I'm actively on the Raiders.
Right.
What do I look like sitting here talking to other people about being on another team?
Right.
You know, and that's how I still feel about it right now. Like, I'm locked in with the Raiders, and I really feel good about this team. And you know, as far as I know, they feel good about me. And if that ever changed, if that got to a point where they weren't feeling the same way, you know, I ain't done playing. So obviously we would figure out whatever we needed to figure out. But in the thought of playing with Aaron is obviously amazing. Like, I already know what that's like, you know, which was similar to why I came here and reunited with Derek was because I had familiarity with it, you know, and anytime you have that, it gives you a little bit more confidence than starting fresh with somebody that you never played with before.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel him. You know, I feel him 1,000%.
I mean, it's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. Listen, he says he said it right there. Like, if I were to play with somebody, sure, it'd be him, but that's not what I'm looking for. And real quick, you know, I don't know if you saw the clip from my friend Mike over there at Vegas Sports Today. He had a little clip of Aaron Rodgers over at that golf tournament in Tahoe. And speaking of a little, maybe, I don't know if this is shade, but a little tongue in cheek here, right? He asked Aaron about, you know, would you like, how do you play with Davante again? And he said something like, I can't wait to play with him again, as if it's going to happen or in the works or being talked about. You know, I don't know if you meant it that way, but that's kind of how I heard it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and even in this interview, I mean, he talks about how Aaron Rodgers is at a place mentally where like he'll say stuff and like he don't even try to like clear it up or whatever. He's just so comfortable in how he is. He'll say it. So you know, he's probably trolling a little bit, trying to get everybody fired up.
Trolling, there you go. That's a good way to put it. So it wasn't really shade. It was a little trolling, a little clickbait.
Yeah, I mean, that's
stirring the pot.
Yeah, stirring the pot a little bit, you know, and you know, the media is going to eat it up, you know. But like I said, no matter what, no matter how much Davante says what he has to say, it's just, you know, people listen to what they want to listen to. But I want to go to the chat real quick. Let's see. I know there's some good comments in here. Let's say my boy Severe. He said there's a difference between understanding that you're not going to win every game and dwelling on losses. As a pro, you have to learn how to compartmentalize, whatever, you know what I meant, and be mad at losing, but channel it properly. Yeah, that's true.
Sure,
that's true.
Yeah,
and again, that's.
I'm just saying, you just can't be okay with losing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Learn from it, may be better next time, but just you can't be content.
Yeah. Primo said they couldn't get the quarterback. Not the Raiders' fault. The board didn't go their way. I guess talking about the draft. Omar said, I hate when they stop coming to games because that is what a lot do because of how they feel out. Now that is true, Omar. That's true. That to me, That drives me crazy when people are like, oh, well, I'm not going to any more games and all that. It's like, as a fan, you know, we got to love our team. But, like, to me, I go to the games. And, like, to me, especially being in Ohio, when I go out there, it's for the whole experience. Like, I'm not letting the loss just mess up my whole weekend. Like, you know, like, I get to hang out, you know, with people like you and Mother Moon and hung out with Omar. Like, we all had a good time. And we lost that game, but that doesn't, you know, like, I'll never just stop going. But, yeah, there's so many fans that, yeah, like, they're just like, oh, this team sucks, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, you know, I don't know. I guess manage expectations. Maybe you need to go. Maybe you can't be like Omar and be like, hey, we're going 17-0. Like, I know me, like, hey, I'm like, okay, 10 to 12 games. You know, I'm cool. You know, if we win 8-7, I'm a little upset. If we win 2 or 3, I'm throwing the TV. But, you know,
here's the thing to that though, because, you know, listen, I still go to the games. They've been losing my whole life. I still go to the games, so I'm not one of those people. Yeah. However, just to kind of be the devil's advocate to that, I'm not mad at the people who actually decide not to. Because, listen, what do you say? Hit them where it hurts in their pocketbook, right? It's not going to matter much in Vegas because if Raider fans don't go, it's just going to be even more filled with opposing teams' fans. Right. So that's not really going to help in this sense. But, yeah, I mean, that is a way to show that the fans demand better. That is a way to show that. So that the fans that make the decision to say, hey, I'm not going to, you know what, I'm not going to support this anymore. You can't really be mad at that either.
No, I don't say be mad at it. It's just, and again, maybe it's because I'm from where I'm from, where like to me, it's like it would be a privilege if I can go to every game. Like I don't care if I was able to go to every game during that Art Shell year when we only won like 2 games, I would have gladly did it. So maybe my mindset's a little different.
No, I get it. No, I'm just being the devil's advocate. That's not me.
Yeah.
Listen, I went to every game when they were in Oakland, every home game. They almost never won.
Yeah.
So that's not me. I'm just saying the fans that decide that, listen, I see their side.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Primo says, sounds like Davante is annoyed about these NFL media heads making stuff up, basically making a story when there's no story. Exactly. That's for sure what it is. Said, I'd be irate with the media too. Shit, as a fan, I am. For sure.
What's good? Raider Paul in the building?
Yeah, let's see. Raider Paul. What's going on, Raider Paul? Let's see. Myra in the building. What's going on, Myra? She said, I went to all those Art Shell 2.0 games, rain or shine. Yeah, for sure. It's like it's hard, man. Like I remember going to those games with Jamarcus Russell at quarterback, and he would throw for 56 yards, and I'm like, I could do that, bro. I could do that. For sure. But yeah, so, and here's another clip. I know we kind of talked about coaching and kind of what Davante felt about the coaching. I actually, because he actually, when he was talking about McDaniels, he definitely knew there was an issue, but he really respected McDaniels, and he understood why McDaniels was the way he was, because McDaniels came from a winning organization, a winning setup, and it sounds like he was just an asshole when guys didn't do things right. And he was just real, like, MFing people. And, like, I guess he didn't know how to communicate with them. And Davante was talking about the time that he had to sit McDaniels down. It was like, hey, you got to realize, you didn't draft these guys. These aren't the type of players. And honestly, I was kind of weird he said it, because he was like, these guys don't have, like, the intellect that you're used to. Which, to me, that was kind of like what's he saying about the guys that we have? But it was almost like, you have a different type of player here that you didn't necessarily draft. So, but here's kind of what he was talking about, like McDaniels losing the locker room and kind of how he coached.
All of a sudden, you ain't got Tom, you ain't got Gronk, you don't have this, you don't have that. Well, you got to fit a system to the talent level that you have.
Correct.
And if you don't, you're going to be frustrated, and then guys are going to start being frustrated with you because you're going to MF them so much, they're just going to shut you out.
And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly it. So you completely understand how that goes. And that's how I feel genuinely. Like, if you come in and you're trying to make something work, it shouldn't just be about what it is that you believe in, because you should believe in winning.
Right.
And you're used to that.
Right.
And it's worked in the past. So I get to a certain extent that he, in his mind, he probably puzzled, because he like, I've been with all these dudes and we got all these guys, but once you got to sit somebody down sometime and say, think about this part of it like this.
Right.
You didn't, these are not all you didn't draft these guys.
Right.
So even if you have a little bit of time with them, like, you got to work with them differently. Even if I'm running a team, I'm not going to sit here and coach every guy the same way.
Correct.
You got to coach them however.
Nope.
If one of my best players is going to sit there and cry as soon as I raise my voice at him, it may be unfortunate. I may be in my office like, man, this boy's soft, but I'm gonna do what I got to do so we make it work.
Yes.
Especially when it's some of your guys.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do to get that end result you want.
I think.
Am I wrong that the first person I thought about when he talked about crime? Never mind. I'm not gonna bring that up. But the fact that he's talking about players crying and stuff like that, I thought that was kind of funny. So I wonder if that really happened. When you heard that, did you think about anybody in particular?
No, I didn't actually. Who are you thinking of? But I think it sounds like it's true. He just didn't want to mention any names.
Yeah, I mean, because Carr. I thought, because McDaniels is known for just being rough on quarterbacks anyway.
Well, he has been known to cry, so.
That's what I'm saying. So I just thought that, but I was like, I'm not even. I mean, that's water under the bridge. But I just wonder if Katz was really just like truly breaking down and crying, after the coach yelling at you.
I don't know. I feel like that's his boy, though. I don't know if he'd want to even throw any sort of.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Innuendo about that. I don't know.
But I'm like, who else could he be talking about? I mean, I don't know. He was probably the most sensitive guy on the team. I mean, nothing against him and all, but I don't know. I just thought that was funny though. let's see who. Oh man, my boy Alfredo. He said Waller probably cried. Come on, man. We ain't leave my man alone.
That's
man.
your boy.
He's healing right now. He's healing. Leave him alone, man. Shout out to Waller. But no, he could be. Who knows who he's talking about? You know. But I don't know. But then it goes back like Spice. I don't know if you remember last year when they did the survey last year. One of the big things that they kept talking about was the players thought the coach was too hard on them. So I don't, and that just made me think like, I don't know, are some of the players soft?
I don't know who even says that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. You're a grown man, like, and
Yeah,
you're
who even
playing at
says
the highest
that?
level.
I know.
It just, I don't know. It just bothers me when I hear stuff like that. I'm like, did we have a soft team? Like, were they soft? I don't know.
Super Omicron, Sriracha level. I like it.
Where? Let me see. Where did he put it? Oh, he has been known to cry. That was. Oh, he's been known to cry. That is true. Let's see. Raider Paul. I know Raider Paul is like the roughest of flat. He said, "Start Minshew." We wouldn't even talk about the quarterback, but I feel
right, it's always gonna come up. It's always gonna come up. He just wants
gotta get the little one-liner.
Bait us into that AOC Minshew debate.
He probably just threw it in there and then he probably left. He just probably did there just now trying to get us all carried away, man. Let's see. Trump CTE AB. He said it was Carr. He always cried. You could say it. Hey man, I ain't want to say it, man. That's you guys. Just you guys saying it. But let's see, Scotty Waddy, figuratively, doesn't have to be a literal crying. Maybe. Let's see.
Or whine, complain, cry, like same difference.
Yeah. Yep. I think in general, maybe not actual tears, but God, his feelings hurt. Let's see. Myra said, "Shit, I cried on the plane back from Chicago last year. Should have fired McDummy when he blew all those leads. That was tough. Ironic that the hardest worker on the team in Max and Davante respected the level of excellence that Josh McDaniel commanded. He just didn't know how to connect with the players and adapt to man, severe, man. I'll tell you what, me and you disagree on a lot of things, but man, I always get like a part of me always kind of respected McDaniels. I thought he was.
I think that's a valid statement that
and I used to try to tell people that I'm like, the leaders of the team actually liked him. He just couldn't connect on a certain level, and that was his issue. But I'm not mad at a coach who's demanding excellence. Like, if you're not, I mean, honestly, if we think about Gruden the first time around, that's what Gruden was known for. Gruden was known to light you up if you're not doing it right. Now, the Hollywood Gruden was a little bit different the second time around, but I mean, but seriously, like, you think about some of the good coaches, the Bill Cowers of the world, and I don't know, man, but that is definitely an unpopular statement for the Raiders because everybody just wants to talk about how bad McDaniels was. But I mean, there's a part of it that I understood where he was coming from, you know.
Yeah.
So he just went about it the wrong way.
No, I think it's a great statement.
Yeah, for sure. Primo said, I would cry if I watched that Raiders-Vikings game. Luckily, I was at my girlfriend's niece's birthday party. That was a sad game, I bet, to watch live. Yeah, for sure. Say it's an emotional game. What's going on, Raider Travis in the building?
What's good,
member.
Travis?
What's going on, my friend? Yeah, so I don't know. And then just one of the last clips that I had that I kind of got a chuckle out of was Davante talking about Tom Brady. I thought this was pretty funny. This will get our fans going too.
I'm Brady. Would you? Brady, how old's Brady? Brady's probably.
Yes.
Oh, you ain't let me finish the question, Tay.
I know exactly.
He don't care how old he is.
I knew it, when you said Tom Brady, I knew what you said. Let me see what he gonna say. And then you got to talk about old he is. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
You would take Tom at 47, 48.
58 right now. Hey, nah, Tom know about how I feel about him, man. And the other part is I think I'll be the first person that played with Tom and Aaron. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting older, but I mean, he got to still be able to throw it better than, half these dudes in the league at this point, so.
But you better be able to protect him.
He almost wanted to say something else.
And he ain't going nowhere either. He's
Freudian
going to
slip
sit right there
almost
in
came.
that pocket, so you better have a nice, secure little home for him in there. That's for sure.
So what about these internet about...
Yeah. I love
he
that
was
clip.
he was about to slip there. He was about to say, then
Yeah,
the rest of these people, some of these fools.
Yeah, some of these quarterbacks out there. They could throw better than Jimmy's ass. That's what
Nobody popped into my mind as I was thinking that.
Oh, man. They're like, don't worry about these two guys that we got on our team now. Let's go get the guy upstairs in the suite, the 50-year-old, man.
And by the way, I think just really within the fan base, is this an unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
If you ask the players, I think they would all be down for it. I mean, AOC's on record saying that's his favorite player. That's how he grew up watching, who he grew up watching. I mean, I think everyone would want the chance to play with Brady. And you have to remember, like, the Tuck rule happened before most of these dudes are even alive at this point.
Yeah.
So this is like a fan thing that we're disgusted over because of what happened, to the Raiders 20 plus years ago. What year was that anyway? 20?
It was probably like
20?
No.
Or not 2020.
Yeah,
I did not mean 2020. Yeah, it happened in
01.
2020.
I think I want to say
yeah,
01.
I would say 20.
Yeah, it was 01.
Or I was going to say 02 when it came out 2020, but yeah.
Yeah, I was a freshman in college. I remember that. Yeah, it was 01. Yeah. And that's the thing. And people hate Brady for it. Like, he's the one that, like,
made
cheated.
the call.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
I mean, listen, it was fun to hate. I hate on him for a while because that was supposed to be the Raiders' year, and really changed the course of history. But at the end of the day, look, Davante said it right there. He can throw the football still better at whatever 48 than most quarterbacks can now. So
most quarterbacks. Yeah. At 58, he could play at 58. He'll take him, man. So, yeah, I don't. I just thought I was funny because, and that's another thing. If you think about it, last year that was McDaniel's number one plan. Instead of having Jimmy G, he wanted Brady. So I bet Davante was probably kind of excited about that possibility of it happening. And then whatever happened with Brady, I don't know if it's some family stuff. Are they even back together? Him and his wife?
I don't know. Not that I know, but I don't. Curious. I don't know.
Yeah, but I know this. He had whatever personal reason it kind of made him back out, and that's how he ended up with Jimmy. But I bet Davante could have been that would have been a whole different year if we would have had Brady. I don't know how well he would have performed, but that would have been interesting to watch for sure. But yeah, so that's that's kind of where we're at. Let's see what some of the
I like how these guys kind of keep it real too, just real quick, especially like Davante, even you mentioned Josh Jacobs earlier. It's like, yeah, we're fans and we're loyal to our team, but there's gotta be this level of like realist that we have to really think about here.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And these guys are realists. They want to win. They understand. They recognize. They respect champions. They respect the coaches that coach well. They're not, it's just not like pissing in the wind and hope we win, lose, or tie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they get it. They get it. It's kind of like, what Davante's saying in a way. I just thought of this. Is really like it really is what the Al Davis mentality was.
Yeah.
Let's get the best players, coaches to win. And that's what he wants.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay. McDaniels, cool. I respect you. It's not working. We need the next man up and away. Jimmy G, cool, whatever. Like, I'm going to sign off on you benching because we need something. We need the best quarterback here.
Yeah.
Who he thinks the best quarterback is moving forward. Hey, if Tom Brady comes available, that guy's going to give me a chance at winning. That's kind of like, to me, how he sounds. He sounds like an Al Davis mentality, a just win baby mentality, a commitment to excellence mentality.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's and we have to get back to that. We have to have and again, I think that's why I love Davante, and I say it almost in all my shows. One thing I just love about him is he's the first one that I've seen that constantly talks about having that standard and the standard never changing. Mm-hmm. No excuses. It doesn't matter who your coach is. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. This is my standard, and we need to all have that standard, and it shouldn't change. And we just never hear that. Now Max is saying, like, people don't realize we have a great group of leaders right now.
Yeah.
Like I know, we always get caught up on our previous quarterback, and he was a nice guy, but the leadership that we're under now, under Max and Davante, this could be a championship type. I mean, we may not be there just yet. There's still some holes we got to plug, but the mentality is there. And then we got a coach that guys will run through a wall for. We just got to get a couple more pieces. What's your thoughts?
And I like that Davante Adams is really using his voice now. He has said on record, he came in the first year, he didn't feel like it was his team. Yeah. He didn't want to step on anyone's toes and being like too vocal because he was coming into a team that already had their captains and their leaders, right? Yeah. Then you go into season 2, he really kind of found his voice. But then I really feel like with this receiver coming out, doing these press tours, he's really being able to be authentic, to lead, and we were really inside his mind with those interviews on the show. So I like that he's, I don't say found his voice, but maybe has had more of a platform. I think both combined, actually. The fact that he is one of the leaders now, and the fact that he's had this bigger platform because of the show to really let us know how he feels.
Yeah. No, and I agree. Because like you said, when he first started, he understood it wasn't his team when he first came. He understood there was already leaders in place, and he didn't want to step on no one's toes. And then plus he was learning the system himself. So, it had to be a certain point of, being comfortable. But like you said, now you can tell he's a leader out there. Just watching that receiver show, you can tell, the guys look up to him. He holds people accountable. And I don't know. I just love hearing him talk, man. He's just one of those guys that, we've always needed. And I hate that we got him this late in his career because I don't know how much longer he has left in him. But that's why I get so upset when people are just like, hey, he gets mad, he threw his helmet, just get rid of him. Like, you just don't get rid of these type of players.
Who said that?
Oh, you see, Spicy, you don't be in these streets like I do in the social
I don't.
Media.
The social media streets.
Yeah, see,
I got way better things to do.
And I need to be like you. See, I be arguing with these people.
No, even if I saw it, I wouldn't argue. I don't argue with that. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Wait. So people say because he was upset.
Oh yeah.
And he threw his helmet on like a one-off occasion.
Oh yeah.
At nobody indirectly on the ground that he should be traded.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's too emotional because he doesn't want to be a Raider. He's too emotional. Hey, if he's pissed, and I mean, you got to think these are the same fans that wanted to. They said we can get rid of Max Crosby because he. What was it last year? Oh no, because he said if we don't keep AP, then he may have to look at other options, and people turned on him. They literally turned on Max for that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we're talking about Max. We're talking about a guy that's going to go down as one of the best
probably
Raiders.
The greatest players of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll go down as one of the best
Raiders.
Because
he's speaking passionately about who he thinks is the best leader for the team.
It's weird, man. It's weird in these social media streets, Spicy. Stay out of.
I'm good.
I have a problem. I got a problem. I let it go down in the rabbit hole, and next thing I know, I'm, that's why one of my Facebook pages I can't get in. So, so stay clean. Be like Spicy. Chat. Be like Spicy. Stay out of the drama. Don't be like me. Oh man, but. Let's see.
Omar, that's cool. Omar, you get that shirt. I'm gonna wear my Alzado shirt where he's throwing up the middle finger.
What Omar say? I missed it.
Oh, he needs a new win, lose, or tie shirt.
Oh man, let's say Promo said something I talked about enough. Davante said on Max's podcast is that he's familiar with Luke Getsy's playbook and he supports ALC. Also love the emotion ALC is showing the defense in practice. I think everyone knows. I mean, that's the reason why Getsy's here is because he has a great relationship with Davante. Davante had some of his best seasons with Getsy, not necessarily calling the plays, but he was an offensive pass game coordinator at Green Bay. So yeah, he's we'll see what happens. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens there. We'll see. He say Max says ALC is talking his shit to the defense. I love that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not. His reputation isn't much for being vocal. So if he's getting his voice, hey, let's see some fight come out of him. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too. Let's see.
It's like he knew his role, but if he's gonna be the starter, like he's gonna be named the starter, let's see some of that. I like it.
It's let's see. Max and Davante want to win. Like Spicy said, some fans are okay with losing. That's true. That's true. And honestly, even when Davante says stuff like, what was the quote that he said that people were getting upset about? It was something about, I don't remember, but he had to clear it up last year. But the thing is, the basis of it is he's saying like he just don't have time to waste. He's not. He's on the other side of 30. Everyone knows, like, once you get to 30, that's kind of like you're on your last leg, in football. So, if I'm hearing somebody say, look, I ain't got time to waste, I could see Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson would have said that. Let's be real. I think Charles, he loves the Raiders, but I don't think Charles would have came back to us if he didn't win a Super Bowl in Green Bay. I really don't think so. What do you think?
I had never really thought of it, to be honest, but now that you say that, you're probably right.
Yeah, because players are like, there's a lot of talk about Randy Moss, kind of what he said about Davante should leave and go chase a ring, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of players, like.
No, you're right. He didn't necessarily have to chase that ring. He had it. So, hey, Let me go back to Oakland. I like Oakland,
Exactly.
He enjoyed it, so.
Exactly. And most people don't think about that. So it's like, we all love Woodson, but let's keep it real. It's like, guys want to win, they want to go somewhere. So even someone like Max, I think Max loves it here, but if we continue being dysfunctional for a lot longer and changing coaches every year, don't be surprised if Max is like,
don't start that one now.
I know, yeah. Well, I don't know. They're mad at Max again, so who knows?
He want to be. Oh yeah, now they're mad at Max for something else. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Max wants to be a Raider for life. I want Max to be a Raider for life. Don't start.
I know.
I just sent you a photo of my T-shirt if you want to share it.
Oh, do you? Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Well, y'all go run around in your win, lose, or tie shirts. This is what I'll be running around in.
Let me see. Oh man, where's that?
Yep, for sure. Oh, I text you.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Let me see what you. Oh yeah. Let me. Yeah, I gotta share that with everybody.
But no, at the end of the day, like, I love seeing the passion. I want to see the passion. They say, and let's stop saying they don't want to be Raiders. They want to be Raiders. Let them be upset when they don't win. Shoot, they should be.
Yeah, they should. And that's what I'm saying. That whole Josh Jacobs thing just bugs me, just because. Honestly, even when I interviewed Hugh Jackson, like even back when Al Davis was still living, like he was talking about like the team they were like. The last game before their last game, were 2 games before they're done, they're already making arrangements to get their stuff shipped back home and all this stuff. It's like, look, man, we still got 2 more games left. We could potentially still go to the playoffs, but the team was so used to losing and not going to the playoffs, like they just didn't care. So I don't know. I just hate that mentality, like to the fullest. It drives me nuts.
Yep.
But yeah, let me pull up this. Now this is a badass shirt. Now this is a badass shirt.
Right. By the way, speaking of badass gear, I like the Oakland Raiders shirt and hat you repping there.
Oh, I know you would. I know you like that Oakland.
By the way, real quick before you throw that up, August 3rd, it's out in the Coliseum. August 3rd, the A's are playing the Dodgers. So there's gonna be a lot of LA Dodgers fans there. So LA Raiders fans. There's gonna be a lot of Oakland Raiders fans there. We're doing another tailgate out there, Oakland Raiders style. This one should be bigger and better than the one we just had 2 weeks ago. So come through, come on out. Omar, if you're still in here, listen, this could be your last hurrah at the Coliseum. Bring that smoker out, bring the gator out, or whatever you want to make that week. Bring your little Rinley's or tie shirt. It don't matter. They're not even playing that day. No, I'm kidding with you. But yeah, come through. If you're in the area, hey, if you're not in the area, come through, come up. If you're in LA, make the trip. Come hang out and do this Oakland Raiders style tailgate one last time. August 3rd. It's a night game.
There we go. Got the man. We need another one of him. He was a
Right?
beast. He was a beast. Yeah, that shirt's fire. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and speaking of my hat, I think so I know my boy Leo. Leo made this. He may have made this shirt for me too, actually. They both came from Leo. So hit up my boy Leo for your hat and gear needs, man. He'll get you right. He will get you right. But shout out. But yeah, nice.
I don't know if you can buy that particular shirt in the parking lot, but there are going to be I don't say fans with merch. Last game, there's always a few fans that go out there that have merch, patches, shirts, jewelry, all that type of thing. So yeah, there'll definitely be some fans out there with their merch stand. So I don't know if you can find that shirt in particular, but there's always some fun.
She's VIP, Omar. She's exclusive. That's a 101. But no, that's fire though. But yeah, that game would be pretty sweet.
No, I think he's looking for his shirt.
Oh, he said, "Can I buy my shirt?" Oh, what shirt is he talking about?
I think he's talking about his win, lose, or tie one.
Oh man, come on, Omar. He said, that's where I got it before. I ain't gonna lie. I think I have one of them shirts upstairs myself. I don't say the motto though, but I'm just like, hey,
I agree with it. I just think it goes without saying. It's not something we need to shout after a loss.
He said, I'm bringing sexy back.
All right. Bring that smoker out. Bring that smoker back.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Leo said he'll have more in LA TakeOver for sure as well. Yeah, so anyone that's going to that, the opener in LA, man, make sure you come find us. We're actually going to, what's it, Pink Lot, Leo, or something? And I think...
yeah, I think that's like the only one, or the usual one. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to be kicking it with the crew tailgating with Myra and her group. And so it's going to be a good time. Going to be a lot of food, vendors. I know Leo's going to be selling a lot of stuff. So make sure you hit us up.
Man, I always said my favorite store was the BART ramp store.
Yeah.
You hit that BART ramp. Now they don't care. Now they don't care. They let you in the parking lot. Now nobody even cares. You can do anything in the parking lot now. But before you had to stay off the ground, go in the BART ramp, hit the BART ramp store. Good stuff. Find the best stuff there.
The best stuff. That's what's up. Pizzle, what's going on, Pizzle, man? Appreciate you coming through. He said the crew tailgate's fire. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also on Friday, we're actually doing a raffle for 2 preseason tickets. So we got the wheel filled up. So we're actually going to do the draft or the drawing live on my show. So make sure you guys, if you guys have put in your entries, definitely make sure you guys are there so you can see the live drawing for the tickets. And we're probably going to be doing some more. So I have to talk to Leo about it. And we'll see. So I know
let me know which games you want too, because I've done the Chiefs, the Steelers. Mine different from his. I've done the Chiefs, the Steelers, and the home opener. Yeah, so those are the 3 I've raffled. But let me know if you're interested in which game you're interested in next. I was thinking about doing the Cleveland game, which is week 4. Right now, I think 2 tickets with fees in the 400s is about $550, $600 is the cheapest. So that's the one I was thinking about going next. But let me know which game you might be interested in.
Yep, let us know. Let's see, real talk. He said, I plan on being at the Carolina game. Said BART ramp, Oakland memories.
Yeah.
Man, so shout out to that. Shout out to the Oakland. I wish I can go to that tailgate. I know you guys are going to do it big. You guys always look like you're having fun for sure. Let's see. Hurricane Beast, man, appreciate you coming through, man. Say everybody hit the like button. Yeah, definitely hit the like button for both channels. Make sure if you guys are subscribed to me and watching it through my channel, you take a quick second, flip over to her channel, For Life, R Raider Story. Get us subscribed there, hit the thumbs up, and vice versa. If you guys are here for her, come here for me, because we both work very hard to continue to give you guys content. And one thing about me and her, we keep it real. We're not politically correct. We'll say some unpopular stuff, and we're okay with it. We don't care.
I think usually what I say is unpopular, to be honest.
it's Spicy's way more classy than me, so I'm not classy. Like it depends on my mood, man. I might be chill, or I might argue, but I don't care. So, but anyway, shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Really appreciate it. Let's see, Allison in the building. She said, I like the movie series Receiver, but dang, he gets slammed all over the ground. He better be sure he has insurance on him because he gets tossed around. And that movie, it was a good show. I give it a 10. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, shout out to. I thought it did a good job. I wish they would have showed him even more, but I guess you can only show him so much when we're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
Listen, if you just want to watch Davante, it's actually a quick watch. He's only in episodes 3 through 6, really, out of 8.
Well, 2. He's in 2 too.
Excuse me. You're correct. 2. He's only in episodes 2 through 6.
8.
I mean, he like one small scene in 7 and 8, but he's really only in 2 through 6. And even if you fast forward through all the other guys, if you just want to see him, you could probably get through Davante's series in like less than 2 hours.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Shout out to him, man. Raider Travis, man. I appreciate it, man. Liked and shared on both lives. That's my guy right there, man. Appreciate it.
Good looking now, Travis. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Light that torch, hit that like button. That's what we like to say.
Hit it up. But yeah, Spice, so what do you got going on for the rest of the, because I know you guys are kind of taking a break from your other show. What do you got going on?
Yeah, well, honestly, we're hit and miss right now, but I would say look out for live content from Allegiant Stadium coming up. I'll be there on the 17th for the preseason game. I'll be there on the 20th for the open practice, and I'll be there on the 24th, or excuse me, on the 23rd, I think it is, the 23rd for the other preseason game. So look out for a lot of live content from inside the stadium. And other than that, yeah, we'll be coming back closer to the kickoff of the actual season.
For sure. Yeah, myself, as you guys know, got this show every Wednesday. Appreciate you guys, always showing up and showing out, especially during these weeks. So we didn't even have that much to talk about, but you guys make it fun, so we appreciate that. As you guys know, I also have my show on Friday, Fan Talk Friday. So, again, anyone that was in the raffle, make sure you guys come there. But it's at 6 o'clock Pacific times, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then I got my Sunday show with my brothers, Leo, Rundown, and Turf. So we do that at 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern Time. So, again, so we appreciate all you guys, man. Definitely.
Real quick before we go out, I just want to acknowledge some of these comments. What's up to Chingon out here in the comments? Thanks for coming through. Raider Paul, I don't know if you're speaking to myself or Chris, but we both can tell you on IG, I'm For Life Our Raider Story, and on Facebook, Spicy Raider Girl. Chris?
Yeah, so mine on Facebook is it's my name. I don't have my Protect the Shield one anymore, so it's Chris Kimber.
Too much drama in the Facebook, huh?
I told you.
Snap.
I told you.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's why I don't be on that one no more. I can't. I'm locked out forever, man.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why you'll see me on my personal one, Chris Kimber. So I'm trying to convert it all with Raider fans, but on IG it's Protect the Shield. So definitely look us up, man. Talk to us.
And Leos, if you're talking about the training camp in Costa Mesa, I will not be at training camp, just the open practice.
Yep. Let's see. He said, Chris, I will show up after the show I'm on. Yeah, appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. Raider Travis. Yep, it'll be at 6 on Friday, man. You might win. You've been lucky. You won Spicy's raffle, man. So Good luck on that, man. Good luck on that. Allison, salute to you. For Life Our Raider Story. Great time. Absolutely. Go check out her content, man.
Thank you.
Like I got hip to her early on, man. And I just loved it. Her and her, Omar and Mother Moon, like they have fun. They know how to party. That's why I knew I'd be friends with them. They know how to party. So
most definitely check out our original episodes when we first started. We did episodes. You might like some of that content, kind of just documenting what it was like to be out there as an Oakland Raider.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Let's see. I got you real talk. Chris can't even go go and run his own group. I know that's true. Chris catching strays.
I gotta hear the story. I gotta hear the story offline about what's going on with this.
Oh man, yeah, they gave me the death penalty. Let's see, Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. He said I'll be at both open training camps at Allegiant. Gotta show the Raider players we out here for sure. Yeah, shout out to Real Talk, Raider Nation, man. Good guy right there.
By the way, real quick, is anyone going to be out there for Alumni Weekend? I believe that's the 17th, right, against the 49ers. If you're going to be out there, hit me up. We've got a couple, I want to say events, but we're going to be collaborating out there, so we should have some good content. If you want to be part of it, hit us up on Instagram. It's probably the best place for Life of Our Raider Story. And if you're going to be there, let us know where to find you, or we'll be putting out, I'll be putting out more information once it kind of all comes together.
Sweet. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That's the only way you can know kind of what's going on. So make sure you hit the notification bell for both. So, but that's all I got, man. So thank you guys again. Next time we talk, the Raiders are going to be in some kind of practice or training camp, so we'll have some more stuff to talk about. But Spice, you ready to get us on out of here?
For sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we go out one way and only one way.
Raiders! Peace out, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Hit the like button on the way out. Be safe.